Alexander Hamilton was on the dollar bill. So anyways, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Welcome to the presentation of my UL Civic Knowledge Survey results, as well as the debut airing of some interview footage that I took of UL students in the process of making this presentation and survey. So let's hop into it, shall we? The first portion of the survey consists of 7 opinionated statements in which the respondents ranked their agreement on a 5-point Likert scale, which goes from strongly disagree to strongly agree. Let's check out those results. Okay, friends, here we go. The first opinionated statement on my survey is that recreational marijuana should be decriminalized and legalized. Pretty standard results here, I'd say. A nice little upward skew to the right. We have 6% strongly disagreeing, all the way up to 48% strongly agreeing. So I'd say that's pretty standard for Louisiana. The next opinionated statement we have is that women should have autonomous control over their bodies and reproductive choices. I do have to say, for this survey statement, I was expecting a higher disagreement rate. We're sitting at 12.1% with a small mix in the middle and a high agreement rate, which is great in my opinion. Next we have guns don't kill people, people kill people. I find this to be a pretty common counter-argument for gun control. Again, pretty standard results here. High on the strongly agree, low on the strongly disagree. Next we have healthcare is a right for all. I chose to word this very basically. I didn't want to load it and skew the results any, so I just said healthcare is a right for all rather than going into the specifics of universal healthcare and such. Just wanted to see the general stance on healthcare for everyone. So again, these are the results that I would have expected. I think everyone believes everyone deserves healthcare. It's the means of getting them that are disputed. Next we have college tuition should be free. I was expecting this one to look exactly as it does, where people are feeling very moderate or very extreme about it. And then you see we're on sections 2 and 4 where people are just kind of, I don't know. So I was definitely expecting this one to look as widely spread as it is. No common answer that you can say. College students are either going to say, where is that money coming from? Or also, yes, please give me free tuition so that I can go to college and further my life and get a career and, become a contributing citizen of the U.S. So this was expected. And the last 2 statements on the survey, I separated them while you're taking the survey, but I'm going to compare the answers together because they are somewhat related, and I thought the results of them were interesting. So as you see on the top, says all sexual orientations deserve the right to marry, and the one beneath it says all gender identities deserve to be protected by the law. So as the results were coming in, as people were answering the survey, this about stayed the same. The way that the graph looks here, it stayed the same, except there were just more responses under each bar. I just thought it was interesting that there are more people who agree that all sexual orientations have and deserve the right to marry than people believe that gender identities deserve to be protected by the law, meaning like discriminatory firing and all of that. That's become such a big issue now and in the past, especially the removal of transgenders from the Army. So I thought, looking at these results, even though they do look similar, if you're looking at the numbers, it's saying 57 out of 100, or 99 as it says here, agreed that all sexual orientations deserve the right to marry, but only 41 out of the 99, or roughly 41%, said that all gender identities deserve the right to be protected by the law. So I thought that was interesting. I wanted to make sure I distinguished between the 2 questions, and the results I just found were very interesting since they're somewhat related, kind of. So yes, that was probably the most interesting part of the opinionated statement survey. The second part of the survey is the civic knowledge portion, where I asked basic civic questions and expected much better responses. Let's check out those results. Alright, let's keep this short and sweet. So 68 out of 100 people knew that there were 10 amendments included in the Bill of Rights. 24 thought there were 27, which is the total number of amendments to the Constitution. And for some reason, 6 people thought there were 19, and 2 people just didn't know. Next, we have who is on the face of the $1 bill. This one really got to me, as you heard earlier. 4 people thought it was Alexander Hamilton. Only 91 out of 100 got it completely correct. Benjamin Franklin? Really? There are 535 members of the U.S. Congress. True or false? That is absolutely true. I am writing a very long paper on it right now, so trust me, I know things. 16 people thought this was incorrect, and more people didn't know than decided to answer it all, so that was quite surprising. How many branches of government does the U.S. have? It's 3, not 2, not 4, and one person just didn't know it all. 93 out of 100 got that correct. Wow. Last but not least, we have a list of Louisiana legislative persons, and we had to pick which of these 4 people was currently, at the time, running for governor of Louisiana. The options are Eddie Rispone, Josh Guillory, John Bell Edwards, and David Vitter. I thought for sure no one would pick David Vitter because he has not been on a sign on the side of the road for quite a while, but I mean, people surprise me all the time. 3 people picked David Vitter, but of all of the responses here, if you do the math correctly, 86%, roughly 86% of people actually got both Eddie Rispone and John Bell Edwards in their one answer. So, you go, Glen Coco. Everyone else, not so much. I asked respondents to name the following 2 men. Of those who responded under Biden, 91% or 68 out of 74 guessed correctly for Joe Biden. And then for Pence, we had 94% or 63 out of 67. But there were some pretty interesting write-ins I'd like to include here. Under Biden, we had Bill Clinton not once but twice. We had Eddie Rispone, John McCain, and Bush. But they didn't tell us which one. Under Pence, we had JFK, Ronald Reagan, and, wait for it, the devil. But we'll leave that one there. Wasn't me. For the last portion of this video, you'll be seeing an interview with a couple of UL students you may or may not know. If so, tell them hi and thank you, because no one wanted to talk to me about political things. Anyways, I hope you enjoy. You're good.
So, Kyle Melanson, political science major, senior.
Nick Schmidt, political science, senior.
Hi, my name is Morgan. My major is general studies. I'm in my senior year.
Jocelyn, general studies with a minor in political science and senior.
My name is Liam. I'm a political science major and I'm a senior.
Perfect, okay. In your opinion, is it worth it to research your candidates before voting for them at the polls?
Absolutely. That's how you make an informed decision at the polls, and I think that especially as college students, we have a responsibility to know more about the candidates than most of us do now.
List or explain one current political event.
Oh my god, I prepared for this and I forgot. Oh my gosh. Bessie, Board of Education.
Could be anything.
Anything.
Okay. Today, the president brought Conan, the dog from the Bugatti raid, to the White House.
There was a recent pulling out of U.S. troops in Syria, and this led to a U.S. base being occupied by the Russians.
What does gubernatorial mean?
Gubernatorial is an election held in your states, particularly a governor or a secretary of state.
Going off of that, what does gubernatorial mean?
I know it, but I can't explain
That's
it.
okay. How many years does a president serve?
Depends. Do they get reelected?
You tell me.
If yes, 8. If no, 4.
Okay.
So normally it's 4. If they're a VP and the president dies, they can technically serve 10 terms, 10 years.
Thank you.
One term is 4 years. They can have up to 2, which would be 8 years.
How many current members of Congress are there?
484 in their seats.
535 in Congress.
535, 435 in the House, 100 in the Senate.
Perfect. Okay, so here's the flash
I'll
round.
explain.
Ready? Liberal.
Nancy Pelosi.
Conservative.
Rural America.
Immigration.
Great, because we need people.
Trump.
Interesting.
Reproductive rights.
Pro-choice.
Liberal.
Not me.
Conservative.
Not me.
Reproductive.
Mine.
Immigration.
Open borders.
I said reproductive rights.
Mine.
Okay. Trump.
Father-in-law.
Cool. Trump.
Pence.
AOC.
CDC.
Okay. No, it's okay. Liberal.
Republican.
Conservative.
Liberal.
Reproductive rights.
Alabama voters.
Immigration.
Undocumented.
Perfect. Trump.
Impeachment.
AOC.
Necessary.
Liberal.
Democrat.
Conservative.
Republican.
Immigration.
Reform.
Reproductive rights.
Mandatory.
AOC.
Socialist.
Trump.
Republican.
Liberal.
Democrat.
Conservative.
Republican.
Reproductive rights.
Sure.
Immigration.
Depends.
Thanks so much for sitting through this and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed some of the responses your peers had, and I hope it spreads awareness about how civic knowledge is somewhat important, and, well, I'll call you out for it, so have a good day. Who's on the dollar bill biscuit?